Welcome to Chapter 11. History of Norway. In this video, we will explore Norway's history from the arrival of the first humans thousands of years ago to the present day. So let's dive in. The first Norwegians. The Ice Age. Thousands of years ago, the northern part of Europe was covered by a thick ice sheet, up to 3,000 meters deep. Over time, the temperature rose, and the ice gradually melted, making new areas habitable. The Stone Age. The first humans arrived in Norway around 12,000 years ago. During winter, ice connected mainland Europe to the Norwegian coast, allowing humans and animals to migrate north. Archaeological findings show that people lived by hunting, fishing, and gathering berries and mushrooms. Tools and weapons were made from stone, bone, and wood, which is why this period is called the Stone Age. Around 4,000 years ago, agriculture began in Norway, marking a significant shift in lifestyle. The Bronze Age. Wealthy farmers gained access to tools, weapons, and jewelry made of bronze. Horses were introduced as draft animals, improving farming efficiency. Women developed skills in spinning yarn and weaving textiles from sheep's wool. The climate was milder than today, making farming easier. The Iron Age. The climate became similar to today's conditions. Norwegians learned to extract and smelt iron from bog ore, leading to the production of iron tools and weapons. Improved tools made farming more efficient, increasing food production and population growth. The Viking Age. The wealthiest and most powerful farmers, known as chieftains, controlled large estates and had warriors to protect their land. By the late 700s, some Norwegian chieftains began traveling to Europe. Vikings were skilled traders, but they also raided and plundered foreign lands. In 872, Harald Fairhair became the first king of a united Norway. Vikings followed Norse mythology, worshipping gods linked to fertility, war, and harvests. Some Vikings encountered Christianity on their travels and brought the new faith back to Norway. The Battle of Stiklestad in 1030 was a turning point, where the Christian king Olav Haraldsson fought against pagan chieftains. Despite losing the battle, Christianity gradually replaced Norse paganism, becoming Norway's dominant religion in the 11th century. The Middle Ages and the Union Era. Christianity comes to Norway. Christianity was the dominant religion in southern Europe long before it reached Norway. After Olav Haraldsson was killed in the Battle of Stiklestad in 1030, his son received support from the church to make him a saint. Many powerful farmers and chieftains converted to Christianity, and when the elite changed their faith, ordinary people followed. The church gained great power and wealth, partly through taxes and land donations. Religion became a central part of everyday life for most people. The Black Death, 1347 to 1351. Norway's population grew from about 150,000 to 400,000 between the years 1000 and 1300, despite high infant mortality and disease. In the mid-1300s, a deadly pandemic known as the Black Death struck Norway. Infected individuals developed large, black swellings on their bodies and usually died within a few days. Globally, the plague killed between 75 and 200 million people. In Europe, nearly half the population died, and in Norway, about one-third of the population perished. The king, the church, and the nobility gained power. During the Middle Ages, most people in Norway were farmers. In the Viking Age, most farmers owned their land, but during the Middle Ages, they had to pay taxes to the king, the church, and the nobility. Those who couldn't afford taxes lost their land, making the church and nobility wealthier while ordinary people became poorer. The first cities in Norway were founded during this period, including Bergen, Trondheim, Oslo, Stavanger. Tiennesburg. The Union era, 1397 to 1814. In the 1300s, Denmark gradually gained more control over Norway. In 1397, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark united under the Kalmar Union, ruled by a single king. Sweden later left the union, but Norway remained under Danish rule until 1814. Denmark controlled Norwegian politics, and Copenhagen became the cultural and political center. Norwegians read and wrote in Danish, and Norwegian farmers paid taxes to the Danish king. Many Norwegians traveled to Copenhagen to study Protestantism and the Reformation. In 1517, a religious movement began, led by the German monk Martin Luther. He criticized the power of the Catholic Church and gained many followers, known as Protestants. Several kings in Northern Europe supported Luther, including the Danish king, who made Protestantism the state religion of Denmark-Norway. Protestantism remained the official religion in Norway until 2012, when the state church system was abolished. Norway from 1814 to 1905. Dissolution of the union with Denmark and new union with Sweden, 1814. In the early 1800s, Europe was engaged in several wars, including the Napoleonic Wars. Denmark-Norway sided with France, but when France lost, Denmark had to cede Norway to Sweden, which had sided with England. This led to the dissolution of the union between Denmark and Norway in 1814. Many Norwegians hoped for full independence and gathered at Eidsvoll, where 112 men wrote a new constitution for Norway. On 17 May 1814, Norway adopted its own constitution, a crucial moment in Norwegian history. However, Norway was soon forced into a union with Sweden, which officially began in November 1814. This union was looser than the previous one with Denmark. Norway kept its own constitution, with modifications. Norway had internal self-government. The Norwegian parliament, Stortinget, was established in 1814. Sweden controlled foreign policy, and the King of Norway and Sweden was Swedish, Karl Johan. The main street in Oslo, Karl Johans Gate, is named after him. National Romanticism and Norwegian identity. Around the mid-1800s, National Romanticism became an important movement in European art, literature, and music. This movement emphasized national identity, often idealizing cultural and historical elements. In Norway, National Romanticism focused on Norwegian nature, especially fjords and mountains. The rural farming society considered the true Norwegian way of life. Many Norwegians became proud of their heritage and wanted Norwegian independence. Language reform. After centuries under Danish rule, written Norwegian was essentially Danish. Bokmål developed as a Norwegianized version of Danish. Ivar Aasen, a linguist, traveled across Norway collecting dialects to create a new written language, later known as Nynorsk. Today, Bokmål and Nynorsk are both official languages in Norway, along with Sami. From agriculture to industry. In the early 1800s, Norway was mainly an agricultural society. Around 70% of the population lived in rural areas, working in farming and fishing. Life was hard for many, as the population grew, leading to land shortages and unemployment. Urbanization and industrialization. Factories opened in cities, and many moved from farms to urban areas in search of work. City life was difficult. Long working hours and poor living conditions. Many families lived in overcrowded apartments. Children often worked in factories to support their families. Before 1850, only 15% of the population lived in cities, but by the late 1800s this number increased to 35%. By 1900, 23% of the workforce was employed in industry. Mass emigration to America. Between 1850 and 1920, more than 800,000 Norwegians emigrated to the United States in search of better opportunities. A free and independent Norway, 1905. Political conflicts arose between the Norwegian parliament and the Swedish king. On 7 June 1905, the Norwegian parliament declared that the Swedish king was no longer Norway's ruler, effectively dissolving the union with Sweden. Sweden strongly opposed this decision and war nearly broke out. After two referendums, Norway decided to end the union with Sweden, become a constitutional monarchy. Sweden accepted the decision, and Norway needed a new king. Prince Carl of Denmark was chosen as Norway's king. He took the Norwegian name Hako, becoming King Hako VII. He ruled from 1905 until his death in 1957. World War I and World War II. Norway in the early 1900s. After the dissolution of the union with Sweden in 1905, Norway became an independent nation. The population grew, industries expanded, and more people moved to cities for work. Hydropower development. Norway has many waterfalls, and by the late 19th century, the country began generating electricity from hydropower. Many factories were established, increasing the demand for labor. Electricity led to streetlights, electric trams, and some homes gaining access to power. Boats were equipped with diesel engines, allowing for longer and faster voyages. The first cars arrived in Norway. A new law ensured that while private companies could develop hydropower, the resources remained state-owned. Workers' rights and social reforms. Trade unions fought for better working conditions. The Norwegian parliament, Stortinget, introduced a maximum 10-hour workday, later reduced to 8 hours in 1919. Sick leave benefits, allowing workers to receive financial support when ill. Voting rights. Men over 25 were granted the right to vote in 1898. Women over 25 gained the same right in 1913. World War I, 1914 to 1918. The war lasted from 1914 to 1918. Norway remained neutral, but the war had economic consequences. Shortages of goods such as grain, coffee, and sugar led to rationing. The interwar period, 1918 to 1939. After the war, Norway, like much of the world, experienced an economic crisis. Many people were unemployed. World War II, 1939 to 1945. The war begins. In September 1939, Germany invaded Poland, starting World War II. Norway is occupied. On 9 April 1940, Germany invaded Norway. Fighting lasted only a few weeks before Norway surrendered. The king and the government fled to England, continuing the fight for a free Norway from abroad. Norway was ruled by a pro-German puppet government led by Vidkun Quisling, though it was not democratically elected. The Norwegian resistance movement. Many Norwegians engaged in sabotage, underground newspapers, civil disobedience, and other forms of passive resistance against the Germans. 50,000 Norwegians fled to Sweden during the war. Resistance fighters took great risks to help others. Destruction in northern Norway. In northern Troms and Finnmark, the Germans burned and destroyed most buildings and infrastructure during their retreat. This was done under Hitler's orders to prevent the Soviets from using the area. The Holocaust in Norway. Before the war, around 2,100 Jews lived in Norway. 773 were deported to concentration camps, and only 38 survived and returned. The end of the war. Germany suffered repeated defeats. In May 1945, Germany surrendered, and Norway regained its freedom. Over 10,000 Norwegians died as a result of the war. Modern Norway. A modern and multicultural society. Norway is a modern, multicultural country with a high standard of living and advanced technology influencing various aspects of life. The country is actively involved in international cooperation, impacting its politics. This includes organizations such as United Nations, UN, NATO, European Economic Area, EEA. Key values in modern Norwegian society include equality and the freedom to determine one's own life. Norwegian society is governed by a variety of laws, many based on the principle of equality among people, which ensures many rights for citizens. Social movements that shaped modern Norway. Workers' movement. The workers' movement in Norway has roots back to the 1600s but became more organized in the 1880s with the rise of industrial labor. By the early 1900s, the movement gained significant influence. The movement's achievements include shorter working hours, better workplace safety, sick leave and unemployment benefits. Today, around half of Norwegian workers are organized in labor unions. Women's movement. The women's movement began in the 1880s advocating for women's rights and gender equality in society. Major milestones include 1913, women in Norway gained the right to vote. 1970s, the feminist movement gained renewed momentum. 1978, introduction of the Abortion Act, giving women the right to abortion before the 13th week of pregnancy. Access to divorce, contraception, and self-determined abortion were key issues for the women's movement. Today, equal rights in education, work, property, inheritance, and healthcare are guaranteed to both men and women. While there has been significant progress, some argue that full gender equality has not yet been achieved in certain areas. Oil and its economic impact. In the 1960s, several companies began exploring for oil and gas off the coast of Norway. In 1967, the first oil was discovered in the North Sea, marking the beginning of Norway's transformation into an oil nation. The discovery of oil has had a profound impact on Norwegian economy. Similar to the earlier development of hydropower, Norway kept oil resources in public ownership. Private companies were given the rights to explore, drill, and extract oil in restricted areas and for limited time frames. Today, there are debates about the environmental and ecological consequences of the oil industry. Public opinion remains divided regarding its long-term impact on nature and climate. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has helped you prepare for the social studies test. Remember, every bit of practice brings you closer to success. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful content. Your support means a lot and keeps us motivated to create more videos like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you.